everybody. So I'm in the kitchen getting something ready to cook, and I'm actually cooking this ahead so that I can warm it tomorrow night because it warms up beautifully. And we are making a stuffed pork loin. So I wanted to invite you into the kitchen to see what I'm up to. So I'm going to lean you down so you can see what I'm doing. My tripod set where the video is actually level. So here we go. Alright, let's get started. So, actually, I'm just going to put it on one hand first because I need one available to sprinkle some seasoning. Today is our Southwest seasoning mix. So it has a little bit of a kick. In fact, if you want like a Cajun or Tex-Mex, this is the one I recommend. So what I've done is I've already taken a knife and I used our color-coded utility knife because you need a really sharp knife to cut your pork loin. So I've made it where I can unroll it, have a flat piece of meat to work with. So you have to just be gentle. Just be gentle. Slice through there. Make sure you're not going all the way. You can see here where I did mess up one spot, but that's okay because that's the center and it'll be easy to fix. Now the first thing I'm going to do is take some Southwest seasoning and sprinkle it over the surface to stuff this thing. So let me put my other glove on so I can touch everything. I don't normally wear gloves in my kitchen except when I'm working with pork or chicken because it just makes it work a little better. So the first thing I'm going to do is take some bacon that I've already cooked, and I just want to line this bugger with some bacon. So we like bacon, so make sure I got some in every bite, every piece. Remember, the pork loin is going to shrink. The bacon's already. Now the next thing I'm going to put is some Parmesan cheese. I didn't have fresh Parmesan cheese, but I had this left from a party. So I'm just going to take this and spread it over my bacon. Give it some love. Give it some love. Always add love to what you're cooking because that's the main ingredient, right? Alright, we got that done. Now, I took, and I'll share the video for this too. I took some, with the bacon grease when I cooked my bacon, I threw a whole package of spinach in there because I just wanted to wilt it a little bit so I could spread it out over all this. Now, if you don't like spinach, try some broccoli. But we're experimenting today, so you're a part of a new experiment. This is the spit to our air fryer. I'm going to take this off here. And we are going to just roll this around this spit. So we're going to roll. Roll slow. Slow you roll, girls. Slow you roll. And just roll it up. Nice and slow. Nice and slow. So we got that on there. Now for the outside of this, I have put some of our garlic infused canola oil in a bowl because I didn't want to have to touch my bottle with my porky hands here. Alright. Get that around on the outside real good. We'll do the bottom here in a minute because I have a plan. Now we need to tie this thing up. So I have some what is this? Cook's twine. And we're going to just work our way around this and get it all cinched up. Just kind of wiggle it till you get it up under there. We're going to come around. We're going to come around again. If I can get it twisted here. And again, and tighten that thing up. Then we're going to tie it right here. Alright, so we've got it nice and trussed up. So that's going to fit nicely. So I'm going to take this oil and put some more on here because I can turn it over a little bit now. Get to the back side. Alright, let me wash my hands because we got to put some more seasoning. push the pork loin into the prongs. We got to get it out of the way. There we go. And tighten it down. All right, now push it into it, and that'll help keep it in place. Then we're going to do the one on this side. So we've got it anchored. Got it anchored pretty good in the center. It's pretty centered. Okay. So plug in your air fryer. Now remember that the air fryer is on sale this month, so you do want to take advantage. All right. Now when you come to the air fryer, you're going to lift the right side a little bit and put the left into, there's a slot over here, so you want to get it seated in the slot, and you'll know you're there because that fits perfectly on this side. So that's ready to go. So now we're going to close it. Let me wash my hands. I'm involved in pork, but let me wipe off the outside because I touched that a little bit. Okay, so I had my sanitizing wipes. All right. So now what we want to do, hang on, I'm going to start over so you guys will see. All right. So you have all your settings here. Let's see. Can you see that? All right. We have air fry, bake, roast, rotisserie, reheat, dehydrate. We have a custom setting, so you can set it to be what you want. Now, these 6 down here have a preset temperature gauge. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn this on rotisserie right there. And see it's set for 400 degrees. That's because it's going to continuously turn. So we're going to turn this on and let it go. And then I'm going to set it for, it's on 45 minutes. I'm going to leave it at 45 minutes. We'll check the temperature at that time and see if that's where we want it to be. So here we go. We're going to push start. So that leaves it at this temp. So that leaves it at 45 minutes. Start again and it's going. I don't know. My light is a little dim. Hold on and I'll see if you can see it in there. Can you see it in there? It's a thermometer. I'm going to use the probe that you can use or not use. And turn it on right here on the side. I'm going to turn it on. Now let's see. Alright. Ooh, that looks pretty. So down through there. I'm going to let it go another 5 minutes because the bigger side of it is not quite where I want it to be. So let's go rotisserie and we'll go 5 more minutes. So we're going to turn this dial down till we see 5 minutes, and then we're going to hit start and let her rip tater chip. Okay. So you take your releasing tool, slip it under the spit, lift the right side up, and then pull out. Now look at this. Isn't this beautiful? Now before I take it off the spit and before I take the twine off, I do want it to rest about 10-15 minutes. And then I will, even though we're not eating this today, after it's had time to rest, I'll slice it so you can see what a beautiful dish this is. So anyway, we're almost ready to take our chicken out. I need to take off one of the probes, and I'm just going to use this to get it started. So you just pull that off, get it out of your way. Then we're going to push the pork loin off the spit. Check that out. It just slides right out. Looking good, looking good. This is some of the bacon that fell down in the bottom. We're going to snip it all the way down. Snip it, snip it, snip it. I'm going to use a fork to hold it still because it's still pretty hot. And you just slice it down through there. Can you see how pretty that is? got all those flavors together. So this was one of the favorites for my guys when I was catering in the oil field. They loved when I would bring them the stuffed pork loin. In fact, one of the young guys asked me what it was one day. I told him it was stuffed pork loin. He said, I've never had pork loin. We laughed really hard on that. But anyway, our food's ready. I've got lunch ready. I've got dinner ready. Oops, I turned it off. My hands have juice on them now. Oh yeah. So we're ready to have some chicken. So anyway, you guys have a blessed day.